Letty here. Today I'm going to share with you another not too shabby shop design team project using the June box of the month. This is going to be a 10 cards, 1 kit video. So welcome back everyone. I'm on the design team for the Not Too Shabby Shop for this term. Here's their logo. I'll list their website link and a discount code down in the description box below. Here's a little bit more information. So today I'm featuring the June 2023 box of the month from the Not Too Shabby Shop. Jamie throws in some freebies. I got some free enamel dots there. It comes with 3 stamp sets. The first one's called Happiness is Homemade. It is a super cute stamp set. Reminds me of old school like nursery rhyme books. And then this one's called Farm Friends, and it has some really fun sentiments. I think that's one of my favorite things about this one, and the coloring looks to be really easy on that stamp set. And then the last one is called Farm Life Scene Builder. So this one has a bunch of neat little items that you can put to make up a scene on the farm. So really cute farm life sort of images that you can use there. So you've got 3 stamp sets, and then we've got 2 paper pads and 2 coordinating ephemera packs. And so the first ephemera pack goes with the Farm Sweet Farm set, and here is a still shot of what comes in that one. So just a bunch of really cute images. You do have the black outline on these images. And then the second one is the Farm Life coordinating set of ephemera. And here's what comes in that one. And you see here, you don't have as harsh of a line all the way around. It's more of a soft line. And then we have 2 paper pads. So the first one is called that Farm Sweet Farm. It is a 6x6 paper pad, 24 double-sided sheets. So you've got 12 different patterns, 4 of each. It is double-sided. Look at that really cute farm, pattern. You could just make a card just by cutting that down. It's ready to go. So just really, really fun prints. I really am loving the farm theme in this set. And then the second one is called Farm Life. It's also a 6x6 paper pad, 24 sheets. What I like about this one is it's very muted, and it's perfect for like the back of a scene on your cards. You could use the ephemera and use these really soft muted tones to really make a cute project. So again, this is the June 2023 box of the month from the Not Too Shabby Shop. And again, I'm going to list a website link and a discount code down below for you in case you want to save a little money. Before we dive into today's project, let me show you my previous projects, which were a 4x6 notepad. I decorated the front. This was one I had done off camera. This was for the hopping giveaway video that is now closed, but I decorated the second one on camera. So those were the first project that I did. And then the second project I did was a 6x6 never-ending card. Look how fun this is. If you have not tried this, you definitely need to. I will link a tutorial to both of those 2 projects at the very end of this video. So just keep watching to the very end and you'll be able to see both of those videos as well linked for you. So today's project is going to be 10 cards from the 1 kit. So basically I'm going to use the items from this kit. We're going to put together 10 cards. I'm primarily using this Scene Builder stamp set from the box of the month. I also am using some ephemera pieces. You see here I have only a few left. I have my scraps. I am using a ton of my scraps that I had from this kit, and then of course both paper pads. So let's make the 10 cards together on camera today. This is going to be one of those videos where I sort of speed through my process, but I think you can kind of get the general gist of what I'm doing here. I'll sort of talk through some of what I did and sort of my thought process behind it, just to kind of give you some inspiration and give you some ideas on how you can use this kit or any other to make some fun cards from one type of subscription kit. So the first thing that I did was I layered 2 different pattern papers in 2 different widths, one a little bit wider than the other, to make my large mat for the background. Then I layered on a white scalloped oval just to kind of anchor behind my little design elements. And then I stamped, colored, and fussy cut several of the little pieces from that scene building kit. And then I just glued them on top to make a scene. So that was card number 1. That was card number 1. Okay, so then on this second one, what I'm doing is I'm going to do the same sort of background just to kind of show you some different diversity here. I'm going to do the same sort of start, which is the 2 layers, the larger piece, the smaller piece. And then to change it up a little bit, I'm going to add 1 additional little strip right over the middle, just as like a little border, right to cover both of those 2 mixes of the papers. And then I'm going to add my stitched scalloped oval right on top, add my scene. That's card number 2. And I did do my scene off camera just just because I didn't want you to have to watch me glue the same pieces over and over. Now on this third card, what I did was I die cut out one of the banners that I had in my stash of die from one of the mats, and you're going to see it in just a few minutes. I'm going to show a card where I use that banner, but this is a great way to stretch your paper, especially when you have such cute patterns like the ones that came in this kit. In these paper pads, you can actually die cut if you're going to have additional layers covering. So this is one way you can have multiple layers but not have to use so much of your paper. So you see here, when I add my top layer right on top, it covers the entire thing, and you can't actually tell that I have a huge hole right behind that paper. Then I layered on my scene to complete card number 3. So for card number 4, I'm going to do a little bit of a different here. I'm going to add my large mat down to the bottom. This was 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have a smaller mat, and that one is a lot smaller to where it's going to leave me just a little bit of a wider border of that under card mat. I put a scallop circle and another scene. So that was the 4th of the scene building cards. The next cards moving forward are all going to be using the ephemera. So this is just to kind of show you how versatile a kit like this is, because you can either stamp, color, fussy cut, and add your images using those stamp sets to make your cards or your projects, or you can also use this gorgeous ephemera that came with this kit. And each of these box of the months come with 2 different packs of ephemera. Well, at least the one for this month did. Sometimes they'll mix it up and you'll get stencils and other different things, but typically it comes with 2 different pattern papers, 2 different pieces of ephemera, and then either 3 stamps or 2 stamps and a stencil. So you've got a ton of different options when you have a kit like this. Here was card number 5. So I did the exact same layout that I did on the previous card, only I added an additional wide strip of paper right over it. So again, just a ton of inspiration, how you can tweak a sketch just a tiny little bit and get a card that looks totally different. And again, on these final cards, I'm using the ephemera pieces that came with the kit, as well as some of the stamp sets for my sentiments on the card. So I'm layering 2 little offset pieces of paper, different widths, just to kind of show that they are offset right over my card mat, again, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I'm adding some ephemera as well as a sentiment on a small stitch scalloped oval right to the front of my card. So here is card number 6. These are going by so fast. Now on card number 7, I'm using a ton of scraps. And so I had some of these scrap strips that were sort of the same length, and I thought this would be perfect to layer on the top of one of these mats. The only problem was when I layer all 3 of these little strips, unless I put a ton of space in between them, there was just it wasn't going to actually fill up the entire front of my card. So I left a space right in between those 3 strips. I put 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom, left a space, covered it with my oval, and then I'm adding my ephemera just as an additional embellishment, and that completes my card number 7. So this one says, just chicken in on you. I thought that's so super cute. That's one of the things I liked about one of these stamp sets, is it had a bunch of really cute, like punny type of sentiments, and it was just so super cute. So you saw there, I showed you that little banner die. And so that is the banner that I die cut out of that other piece of paper that you saw that had a huge banner cut out of it. This is how you can stretch your paper, stretch your stash. I'm making 2 cards essentially from just that one piece of paper with an additional mat, but it really kind of stretches that really pretty pattern paper. I layered it on top of a mat, added my ephemera, a sentiment. That's card number 8. So for card number 9, this is actually one of my favorites, and I am actually using pretty much all scraps on this one. So I'm adding my large A2 mat, again, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then what I did was I found some scraps that would cover the majority of this card front. And what I did was I sort of layered the 2 little squares at the top, 1 larger rectangle at the bottom, and then in between where you have this space, I'm just adding an additional strip that's going to go the entire way of the card. And then I'm adding my stitched oval right on top, adding the final ephemera pieces to just add my embellishments at the very on top of that, and that's actually going to be my card. So this was so super easy. I think this one is really my favorite one of the whole bunch, and I was using nothing but scraps. This was card number 9. So for card number 10, this one's our last one. These are so super easy. I'm just adding a mat. I'm going to add, again, another smaller mat right on top of that. And I found that as I was cutting some of these mats, I was able to have big enough pieces of scraps that I could kind of turn into additional cards. I'm adding an oval with the sentiment sort of geared on the left side or shifted onto the left side bottom of that oval, adding a couple of ephemera pieces, and that's card number 10. So super easy. This is using, again, the June 2023 box of the month from Not Too Shabby Shop. We did 10 cards from the one kit, kind of primarily focusing on the scene building and that scene building stamp set, but then also making scenes with the ephemera packs that came with this kit. So those are my cards using that scene builder stamp set. And there are 3 stamp sets that come in this kit this month. And you see here, the rest of the cards are going to have the ephemera and then the little stamp sentiments from the stamp set. So super fun. I highly encourage you to check this out. If you want to subscribe to a really fun subscription, this is the best Happy Mail you could get every month. Jamie does put out a new kit every month. There's a junior kit as well. This project today was 10 cards from one kit, focusing on the June box of the month. I've got 2 projects using this kit that I'll link in just a few minutes, right at the very end of this video. I will also list a website link and a discount code down in the description box below for you, and you can check out this hashtag in order to get even more inspiration using the Not Too Shabby box of the month. Thanks for visiting, everyone. I hope you subscribe, like this video, follow us on Instagram. Here are a couple videos I think you might enjoy, and as always, happy crafting.